Hey there.
Hey, how are you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay.
Are you at home?
Yes, I am.
When
I'm waiting for Jim to connect. Jim should be down at the library. They are they just finished up the steps out front. Actually, they're not quite finished. They're within like 5 minutes of finishing up. So I have been at
so
home
you
all
can't
day.
go in. You're now confined to quarters. You can't go in or out, right?
Well, since they just finished, I guess we can leave now, but that was one reason why I wasn't going to be at the library today was because of this.
Okay.
So, but
All right.
Jim should be at the library, and they were going to try to connect in and see what's going on, see if they can do it. um,
We're just, according to my clock, we're about a minute early.
yeah, we're just a hair early.
Well,
Oh, you got it.
I got it, but it's not working yet.
Ah,
Turns out I had kind of forgotten what happened when I shut down. Apparently, I bought it in July and we went to Ohio in early September. And after going back over notes and so forth and so on, it looks to me like what I did was I had it all together and checked out, but I had not yet set up the software and I had not yet set up the app. So I did that the other day. Figured I'd just fire the sucker up. Well, guess what? The batteries, the lithium ion batteries in the thing, are dead.
are dead.
Well, discharged. Okay, they're not, I don't know if they're dead or not because the charger, the special proprietary charger that I was supposed to be able to use, either I've misplaced it or it wasn't in the box. I haven't been able to determine that. It is an 8.4 volt charger with a special one of these. I would describe them as tubular connections. Let me show you what it looks like. So it looks like this.
Okay.
All right. But I don't have a charger. So I wrote the company, which of course is in China, and I've not yet heard back, but I only wrote them a while ago. And so I'm going to have to go and buy one of these 8.4 volt chargers.
What kind
I
of
look,
lipos does it use?
I'm sorry.
What kind of lipo does it use?
Uh, they're not lipos; they're lithium ion. They're not lithium polymer. They're lithium ion, and they are about half again as big in diameter as a double A cell, and about 50% longer than a double A cell. But they have, and unfortunately, you've got to unscrew everything to get the batteries in and out. It's very inconvenient, but they have zero markings on them.
Okay.
they have like a shrink wrap plastic on the circumference of the cylinder. And then, of course, the contacts in the end are wide open. So I don't know. You guys were using some kind of lithium ion battery, as I recall, a couple of years ago. I don't remember what the number on them was, but at any rate, so I have to get a charger, and I haven't done that yet because I'm not sure if the connector is positive on the shell, negative on the shell, the shell and the interior pin. So I can get them in a couple of days from Amazon, but I've got to get the right kind. I don't want to put the wrong reverse voltage on lithium ion. That can lead to some pyrotechnics. So as soon as I get the batteries charged up, I should be able to start testing it out. It also turns out that you can either use your cell phone as a controller, or you can use a regular game controller.
Okay.
So that's where I am right now. The thing is, I've had it apart and back together and apart and back together, and it's not bad, but it's just time consuming because there are a zillion little 2 millimeter and 3 millimeter and 4 millimeter screws that thus far, knock wood, I have managed to avoid dropping on the carpet, because I think once you drop them on the carpet, you're out of luck. Hey, Grand Poobah.
I'm glad Leroy's not here. That means I'm the best looking guy here.
How you doing, Leroy?
Oh,
Or how you doing, Jim?
Steve.
and there's Steve. It's Steve who we haven't seen in a long time.
And who just sent out the announcement of his meeting on Saturday. He probably came to the meeting to promote C-Lug.
I didn't, but I just set up the meeting reminder before the thing started and saved it all.
So are you the only two there?
We're it.
At the moment.
You're the best looking guys here.
Well, I'm
I
here.
did send out a meeting notice before noon, our time.
I got it.
Yeah.
What was that?
I did send out the meeting notice before noon, our time.
I don't have it.
Ah,
I got it.
Some of us
I do
got
not
it.
have it. The last thing I've got from you is on the new drones, on the drones and censorship, and that was dated on the 16th.
ah. I'll have to check into that and see which one. I need to probably send it to both your addresses. I probably got you sending it to the wrong address.
The only address I'm using is the KLab Resources address.
Okay. I may have it on Gmail. I'll check that.
Gmail I haven't been able to get at for a while. The problem is this: somebody with the same name combination also has that Gmail address. This I discovered a couple of years ago because I was getting strange Gmails and so forth and so on from people I never heard of before. And so I stopped using that altogether.
Ah,
That's
Okay.
the ALC@gmail.com. So I stopped using that. I don't know who the other
Okay, I'm not
ALC
sure
was.
pointed the other one. You got any smoke from Oregon?
Did you hear that,
Hard to get it.
Leroy?
He
Uh,
kind of choppy.
Yeah, Art, have you got any smoke from Oregon?
Not so far.
Okay.
Apparently all the big fires are either far north California or Oregon, and it hasn't gotten down here yet. But as dry as it is, it probably is going to hit us. We've had a few local fires here in the Bay Area, but they've been like 2-acre fires and so forth and so on. The serious ones are, 400 acres to 1,000 acres to, a few square miles and so forth. So the answer to your question is no, not thus far.
I thought I saw something about
Uh,
Canada being on fire.
Yeah. Fire.
Could be. They're having the same drought on the west as we are.
Yeah. And I thought I read somewhere that we in Ohio were getting some of the smoke from that fire.
We are. It was real hazy.
Well, it must be in the east, and
Yeah, I don't
I can't imagine you'd be getting smoke from British Columbia.
I don't know. I don't know where they said it was coming from, but I remember they said that it was coming from Canada.
might not hear you.
I was talking to you.
Oh,
They're off in their own little world.
yeah, he said he was talking to me and he doesn't realize people don't talk to me generally.
Oh.
They try not to anyway.
I have a Raspberry Pi question. No, not really, but sort of.
Sort of.
If you hook two separate Bluetooth speakers up to a Raspberry Pi, can you push audio to both of them at the same time? One stream to two sets of speakers, or a set of speakers and a set of headphones?
You only have one audio output, don't you?
Yeah, but if you have two Bluetooth speakers, will it go to both of them?
Oh. I don't see why not.
I don't see why not either, but I have a feeling the answer is no. There's just something that if you want to do something like that though, you know the program Etcher, the the company of the Dones Etcher.
Yeah, believe it.
They've got a Raspberry Pi deal, some sort of thing that they've been pushing lately, that's multiple speakers for multiple rooms using a Raspberry Pi.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll look into that.
But I've never really looked into that, so I don't really know how it works. But he's running off again.
I don't blame him. He's just stuck here with me. I'd run too. He's locking the door too. I don't know what now.
Just giving the rest of the library a little privacy.
I would look at that project though. That might accomplish what you want to do without too much hassle.
Okay.
What about
So what are you trying to do, Steve? What's the actual application?
Push audio to two sets of Bluetooth headphones at once. That's all.
Okay.
You got steps, Leroy?
Do I? Oh, yes. When I started the meeting, they were just finishing up, so we have steps now. But I would have been like very late to the meeting, so this worked out better anyway.
Yeah, it worked out for us because we're the best
So
looking
these-
guys here. Yeah. All right.
So these wooden steps or concrete steps or what?
They're wood. They started at
Okay.
8 o'clock this morning, and they took out the porch, the landing, all the steps, and rebuild everything from the ground up pretty much.
So do they have termites in the old ones or what was the problem?
The old ones were falling apart. I didn't see termites per se. I saw like some of those wasps that bore into wood. I don't really think those are wasps, but things that those things that look like wasps that bore into wood.
Wood bees?
Would be they're bigger than bees, or they look more like wasps.
Is that anything, Leroy? Is that anything new?
Yeah.
That was in that, let me take you to the, if you can go to the website. Let's try to have blown this thing up. Don't be shocked if this thing blows up. It's that website, Hackaday.
Hackaday. Yeah.
I thought that might be interesting to and see how well it works. I'm just shocked at how well that works in Zoom.
How many people
this-
are down there at the library right now? Is it still pretty empty?
Yeah, there are more people at the front desk than in the library. They got free food for kids at 10:30 a.m. Mondays, though. Kept an eye on that.
Can I claim I'm a kid? Does that work?
Do what?
I want to claim I'm a kid.
Yeah, that should.
I think the beard would disqualify you.
You have to shave your beard too.
Maybe take the grandkid down. Here's the grandkid. I want food.
Gail just came home. My burglar alarm just caught her. See, it's very stable.
We
That's a front row motion detector. Hopefully that's not one of the cats.
somebody's setting it off a lot.
I have to turn it up high. If it's higher, it's a cat. Front. Okay. Yeah, those are both motions. Okay, the good thing about this one is I can shut them off remotely. Let's be accessories and motion 2 and motion 1. And they're off. Isn't that nice?
I spent this week cleaning out more of the storage unit.
Ooh.
The more I clean it out, the more it looks like there's more stuff in it. I think somebody's coming along and putting stuff in it. I think that's what's happening.
I think that's what happened to my entire house. People break in and leave stuff.
They see stuff, they leave stuff. Too bad they're not leaving money behind and,
Yeah.
good stuff.
Yeah.
We're getting closer. We're getting closer to having that down. So, like the
Art,
past,
you having a heat wave?
We've been having a heat wave now for a couple of weeks, actually. But today it actually cooled off a little bit. It only got up in the high 80s, but it's been getting up over 100 fairly frequently the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But it's dry. It is really tinder dry, so it's primed to go up in flames. The good news is, if there is any good news, is the rain's been so poor over the last 2 years that there's not a lot of stuff grew. So there's not a lot of stuff to dry out and burn. And the earlier fires have all taken it out. So hopefully it'll stay that way. But we're kind of coming up on 2 years without any rain here.
Ouch. It got hot here. It was 82 today. So. But we've had high humidity here.
This is true. According to my remote sensor, my outside lacrosse temperature sensor, it's 80.24 at my house in Milford.
Yeah.
But earlier on, it got up to, well, no, actually, I guess just under 81 is as hot as it got today.
Yeah, it's been nice.
And overnight, it's been dropping down into the 50s. For example, on last night, it got down to 57. So as soon as the sun goes down, it cools off pretty rapidly. But you're right, the humidity is beastly.
Copy. And you can run it on your phone too. Ray comes in driving down the road. Ray trick. Day. He
Oh, there you go.
there it is.
Belina Sound.
I need some of those, but I need them for the $5 chips to get that off of.
Some of what?
Yeah, all I need is like an Arduino receivers to distribute my channels of audio.
They do actually make an ESP32 that's got a audio driver on it, so you could turn it into a Bluetooth speaker. I'm not real sure how practical that would be, but they do actually make one of those.
But Bluetooth kind of sucks. Okay, I just want to take a speaker and, okay, channel 2. And a speaker in the other room would be 2. And a speaker in another room would be 2. And I could change it to 3, switch it to 3. If I want to listen to something, you know.
At that point, you have to add an amp.
Yeah.
And they make a few DACs for the Pi that have a 5 or 6 watt amp built in. They're supposed to be pretty good.
Are they $5?
They're about 40.
The pies, they want money. Oh, the 32 would be cheaper. Yeah, now you're talking.
Yeah, but they're still not $5. Not anymore.
It's the chip shortage.
What is that called?
I'd like Nerf strips, Nerf chips, and the Arduino. Should be a way to do it. We'd need, well, the Nerf, that has a network on it.
I think this board right here has everything on it you would need. Your headphones out, your speakers out, your ESP32, power, USB, UARTs, play, select, volume, SD card, audio codec chip. I think that's got everything you need on it. That is called a.
How much is it?
$5?
I think it's, I'll see if I can find it. I think it's about $20 maybe.
Ah,
But is the Bluetooth on that input or output or either?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how this is. I don't really see. I think you can design any kind of application you want for it though, because you know it's an ESP32.
Bluetooth is getting a little better and staying connected. I guess I need to learn. I've got a little Bluetooth boombox, and I have to watch when I turn it on, because if I turn my phone on and start listening to an audio book, I hear voices.
There you go. DigiKey here in the States, $20 plus shipping.
Ah,
So no, it's not $5, but it's got all the parts on it that you probably
More
would
than
need
that.
to make a good setup.
So it's a Lyra T.
Yeah, here I'll put a link in the chat.
and now I can do Control C, and I can paste it into the.
I think because it's got the UART on it, you can program it. You can reprogram it. So you can make it do pretty much whatever you want.
I just pasted that into the meeting announcement. Okay, so you can get to that or whatever. You can get to the meeting announcement. There's a link on here somewhere to get to the meeting announcement if you want to pick this up.
And if you look on GitHub, there are a bunch of projects that use that board for all kinds of various things. What? It's right there next to you.
Well, this is good communication, Steve. You have to say, you have to give these guys, whoever wrote this crap, they have got their stuff together. For knuckleheads like me.
Like the documentation for that board?
Yeah. I'm looking at it right now. I'm on the getting started guide. Now going to the hardware reference. Curious how much power that thing has.
I don't know. That board's been around for a while. I saw that board, I don't know, last year maybe. I thought about buying it, but I didn't want to spend $20.
Total of 6 watts, 2 3-watt amps.
That's a bunch of power for most apps, unless you want a boom box.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Toy.
It's amazing what's out there.
And then there's looks like that is probably not an Arduino project, probably a whatever. There's plenty of projects, but there's a project for internet radio, so you could stream the stream internet radio from it. So that would be over Wi-Fi, not Bluetooth.
Right, but that's no problem either. And actually that'd work nicely.
Yeah, I'm having that. iHeartRadio is wanting me to pay stuff, and the alternative, I still can go to another site that gets me to radio, but I'm thinking internet radio on the phone.
No, look into Shoutcast Radio.
Shoutcast Radio.
Yep. The last time I looked, they had like 86,000 stations.
But do they have the chain ones, the clear channel stuff and all that?
I don't know.
Yeah, there are several internet radio. It's amazing.
Shoutcast is more homebrew stuff. It's people that have got their like it's more for music than podcasts or that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but yeah, for people who are missing live PD and cops, they've got the Police 10.7, something like that, and it is way cool. If you like drunk people, it's the tops. It's New Zealand police departments. New Zealand, they have a bunch of people that drink. Trust me. And it's another Roku channel, 10.7, Police 10.7, New Zealand. And they love to just charge somebody for an offense, you know. Instead of giving you a ticket, they'll just say that'll be $600. Okay. So I guess it's easy to communicate in dollars.
I like what Roku has done recently with integrating their app into live TV. So it looks like, you know, you've got your live TV channels, and then you've got the Roku channels that fall right in line with them, which is kind of cool.
The live TV, is that the local channels
The
or?
local channels, yeah.
Oh, okay. They got Pluto on there now and Cloud TV and my gosh. And the Roku channel itself. And oh man.
Yeah. Roku has some good stuff on it sometimes.
Yeah. And then Pluto has some on-demand westerns now,
Mm-hmm.
free, limited number.
With commercials.
Oh yeah. And now Cloud TV, it looks like they're offering me a free version. I pay for it. I pay big money, $250 a month for Cloud. I was telling Steve about that with France 24 news is pretty interesting. They're pretty balanced. It's like BBC, but more balanced than BBC. And they got Love Nature. If you like nature programs, they have some pretty good nature programming there.
That's all in English?
Yes, they do have a French 24 Spanish version, and if you like the twisted, kinky BBC, they've got Euro news too. I can't stand to watch it very much, and they've got One America News and the other right channel, and then they also got Bill O'Reilly news too on the First TV. They've got, it just expanded. It started with like 4 channels, and now they're about 20. And America Wealth Entertainment, American Wealth Entertainment, AWE, which is if you like yachts and sailboats and frou-frou stuff, that's art all over. If you like frou-frou stuff, they have some pretty upscale stuff. They show yachts. They'll take you a tour to the yacht show, and oh yeah, yeah. So it's interesting. A lot of stuff. You might try Cloud if it's free. You need to check. See, that's KLOWD. It's a Roku thing, and just search for Cloud and see if it's free, because that's some interesting stuff there. And if you like the world news, that French is not too bad. French 24. There's an internet access to the French 24 news, I understand, but that's probably like some of the others.
So are they actually in English, or are they French with English subtitles?
No, it's actually in English. Of course, the French, they got to speak a little French in the background, but it's very watchable. English speaking. Yeah, Newsmax is the other one. That's the other right wing. And AWE Plus, that's a pretty good channel. It's entertainment, upscale entertainment.
There's 51 channels for free.
Yeah, is it free now?
It says it's free. It says
Wow.
it's free. But those are, you can get a lot of those same channels just in general. I don't really see any.
Law crime is different from some of the other stuff. They have that real. They have true nature. Oh, love nature. There it is. That is really some good stuff. The Canucks have come up with Love Nature. That's mostly Canuck stuff, but it's very well done and very interesting, and very, if you want to learn about nature, they do some very instructional or tutorial type stuff. Good to know information. Yeah, I had to cut those guys off. Man, they'd gone free on me. That was a dirty trick. $250 a month. It was worth it, really. Gail will watch the Love
What-
Nature thing with me. That's
You get two more channels if you pay $2.50. I don't-
okay.
I don't know what two more channels, but
Yeah.
there's two more channels.
The first TD is another one that's on there. That's its own channel and it's free. That's a Bill O'Reilly channel now.
But
yeah.
he's not on there 24/7.
No, he does have, he does podcast his TV show on the podcast app on Android. So if you ever want to listen to it, I usually watch it on TV, but I'll listen to it on the radio, and it's just about as good for me. If I'm wandering off. Yeah. Yeah, it's not, he doesn't have the TV cast. It's not on demand. Yep. It's 8 o'clock. But the radio is just as good, really, the podcast.
We're down to 5 minutes, Leroy.
Yeah. I have to start the second one up.
I don't know how we got this far along because I thought we got 40 minutes. Huh. Okay.
Started
well,
at, well, we started at
5:30.
yeah, 5:30. It's not 40 minutes, is it?
I would have thought it was. No, I guess that's about right. It's 10 after would be 40 minutes. So, and I think we've had 3 on the whole time.
Almost the whole time, yeah.
UI and Jim. So
Yeah, I guess we've been at, right at 40 minutes.
so
So
having a nearly empty library, I think fixes the bandwidth problem that we were anticipating.
I think these guys are much more efficient with their bandwidth because I was running this on 10 down and 750 up. That's 0.750 up, and I was running this, so it's much more efficient than stuff we've been doing before.
This is Zoom, you're saying, has gotten more efficient?
Zoom is more efficient than the stuff we used to do. Because I was running it on 10 down and 0.75 up at my house and with no trouble. I was shocked.
So what do you have, like DSL? I mean, where would you
Yeah, I had DSL. I upgraded now with Spectrum, and I've got like 60 down, 10 up. This is a library. I mean, we couldn't do anything. We couldn't even run a video on this thing before. Yeah, look at this guy. Yeah, go ahead. Make us feel bad.
that's slow. Have you seen what Vicente has? Vicente has like a gigan net.
Well, they just put fiber in my network in Milford, so
Is that what you're getting down at the library, or is that your network?
No,
That's here.
That's a-
130?
130 down, 120 up.
Oh, God.
really,
There's
so it's
nobody in
almost
there.
symmetric then.
But he's now he's over we were hardwired here. That's what one of our problems. We were hardwired to whatever they had to this outlet, and it was, I don't know if it's better, but we don't use it anymore. We don't care.
I have no idea what the quality of the wireless on my phone is. I never did anything to test it. But
Yeah. But there's nobody at the library using their bandwidth up. So.
yeah,
Was the computer lab at the library open or closed?
It's open, but there was nobody there when I walked in.
Huh.
It was closed last week.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know, maybe it was closed.
They may be slowly getting stuff back to normal.
Yeah,
So is the maker lab open?
No,
there were people in it. I
They,
didn't know if they were staff or people using it, but there were people in the maker lab when I came in.
oh really?
Yep.
Well, last week it was, you had to send them files and they would print the stuff or cut the stuff or whatever. And you would come in and you pick the stuff up at the front desk and pay for it. So it was staff doing all the jobs.
So how do you pay them? Is it like per hour or per minute or what?
It depends on the piece of equipment you're using. I think the 3D printer was by the hour. I think the plotter, we're down to about 20 seconds. The plotter was by foot, how many feet you used of paper or material.
Huh. Okay.
So I think it's by machine. I'll start the next meeting here now. Well,